Sorry this video is a little later than normal. Actually, I'm not going to apologize, because you know what? It's my day to sleep in. And that's exactly what I did. Actually, now I feel bad I just said that. I'm sorry. But yeah, slept in this morning. Woke up feeling very refreshed and rejuvenated and ready to... Actually, pretty much all I'm going to do is relax today. That's it. That's pretty much all I'm doing. It's actually going to be a pretty quiet day, all things considered. So let's get to my low, my high, my height of kindness. Let's see. I would say that my low is the fact it was really cold out last night. Like, unbearably so. Actually, it was cold out yesterday in general. In fact, full stop. Another reason why I really wasn't having a great week emotionally was because my cousin had also passed away. And yesterday we had a prayer service for her. So, I mean, it was nice to see family again. It was nice to, see people that there were people that I wasn't even expecting to see. And I got to see them. So it was a very lovely prayer service. It was wonderful. We got to see family again, and there was going to be a celebration of life to be determined at a later date, probably on Seneca Lake, because that's where she and her family had a cottage. Unfortunately, they kind of kept to themselves, so I didn't really keep in touch that often. Full stop. There's one cousin on that side of the family who's my age, who has a wife and kid. And yesterday was the first time I actually got to meet the wife and kid in person. So, yeah, it's, hopefully as time goes on, it'll be easier to stay in touch. But, yeah, so... I tell you what, though, because here's the thing. They had the prayer service in the mausoleum. And there's this one cemetery that's in Corning. And it was, even inside it was freezing cold. You think being inside, a walled area, it protected you from the cold, it didn't really do that much. So, it was pretty cold, but you know what? The being surrounded by family filled me up with warmth. At least enough to get through the prayer service. As well as visit a few family grave sites. My grandmother, my aunts, my great aunts, my great uncles, I should say. So yeah, kind of an emotional day, but but the good kind of emotion. It's a shame that we see each other so little often. Even more so when it involves stuff like this. But considering how much of a rarity it is, I'll take what I can get. That's what all I can do. So, yeah, I guess my low and my high was the prayer service and it being cold outside and seeing my family at the prayer service. Now, what was my act of kindness? I would say my act of kindness, I just did mention I visited a couple grave sites, my grandmother, a couple of my aunts, my great aunts and my uncles, so I paid my respects. I also saw, what else did I do? I helped hold the door for some. I held the door for somebody last night. I did that. What else? That's really about it. So honestly, looking back on it last Friday, getting in that car accident really is more of like a wake-up call. I mean, I said this before, even when you go out and do the things you say you're going to do, and you actually are successful at them, it's not going to come without something bad happening. It may not happen right away, but it definitely does happen. And considering the car accident, Tally Sutton passing away, and my cousin also passing away, they say it comes in threes, so hopefully hopefully I'm clear. Lord, I hope I'm clear. So, I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't say this week was all that horrible. Again, it's just like the emotional stuff. But, if there's one thing I've learned after several years of therapy and experience, your emotions don't ask for permission. Sooner or later, they want to, well up within you. In fact, during the prayer service, keep in mind, this is wholly due to the priest who I actually know. Like, he has such a way with us. I was beginning to well up a little bit. I really was. I mean, to put things into perspective, I'm Catholic. I prayed. If I had $1 for every prayer I've ever said, whether it was a Hail Mary, Our Father, or whatever, believe me, I'd be a rich man. But sometimes it's not what's said in prayer, but how it's said. And between what was being said and how it was being said, and the fact that I could literally feel the emotion and I shouldn't say negativity, sadness in the room, in the mausoleum, like, I was beginning to well up a little bit. Not to the point where I'm like shedding tears or anything, but it was starting to get to me a little. It was. And sure enough, that's only the tip of the iceberg. There's just, I don't know. But we want to make one thing clear. Right now, I'm feeling okay. I'm perfectly okay. I don't want anyone to think I'm worried. I don't want anyone to think I'm, sad. Well, okay, I am a little bit sad about what happened. But, I'm not letting it, debilitate me. I'm not letting it, keep me going about my day, It's like I said on, Wednesday. The only thing anyone can do is press on and try and make sure everyone else is doing okay. That's all we can do. And frankly, after sleeping in this morning, I actually felt kind of rejuvenated a little bit. I mean, to be fair, I only get to sleep in once every couple of weeks. And, sure, I'll probably take a nap here and there, I suppose. But never anything like I stay in bed for a long period of time, I toss and I turn. Not in a bad way, just like, I don't want to get out of bed. Like, I don't want to sound TMI, but when you wake up in the morning and you're so relaxed and so, rested and you're bundled up and you're underneath your covers and blankets, but you have to pee, and you have to get up to go pee, but you don't want to get up out of bed because, again, you're bundled underneath all those, covers and blankets and stuff. That was me this morning. Fret not, I actually did go up to go pee, and I immediately went right back into bed. But I didn't want to. So, emotionally, I wouldn't say it was a great start to February, but that's okay. We're we're just a quarter of the way. We just passed a quarter of the way through. You know, just like the Super Bowl tomorrow, it's played in 4 quarters. You know, February. Then thankfully February is 28 days, so you literally could divide it up into 7 days. So, you know, February 1st to February 7th, that was the first quarter. Not a great start, you know, again, considering what happened. But my father celebrated his birthday. And I got to see my family yesterday, regardless of whatever the circumstances were. So you know what? Those are wins in my book. My father had a wonderful birthday this week, celebrated turning 66. We celebrated with a steak dinner that my mom made on the grill with mashed potatoes, peas, caramelized onions and sauteed mushrooms, a salad, and for dessert, my mom got a chocolate cake from Wegmans, which, it's Wegmans. They know how to make a good cake. Everyone knows this. Pretty sure everyone in the 607 knows what I'm talking about when I mention a cake from Wegmans. And it was, because my dad loves chocolate cake. We had chocolate cake with vanilla frosting. I believe it was buttercream, but don't quote me on that. Actually, no, it's whipped buttercream. That's what it is. It's whipped buttercream icing. Which again, it's Wegmans. Everything they do there is all but goated. Let's see. Where do I go from here? You know what? I know where to go from here. Like, the first week of February, first 7 days in February is over. You know, February 8th to the 14th, you know, that's the second quarter. And there's a lot going on. I mean, tonight I'm actually dressed. You can't really tell at the moment because I'm not fully dressed yet, but I'm actually dressed to go to a 70s disco night going out illegal. I'm going to be going there tonight to hang out for a while. I mean, obviously I'm going to be going to church and see my family, and then I'm going to go to the 70s disco night. But I have a plan, actually. I have a plan. Tomorrow I plan on going to church and the Super Bowl. Oh my God, that reminds me, like, the Super Bowl's tomorrow, guys. Oh my God. That's insane. We got the Super Bowl tomorrow. Holy hell. Like, it seems like just yesterday it was that first Thursday night football in September. I came out here, go, are you guys ready for some football? I can't do that anymore after tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last time I get to wear that jersey. Well, I'm going to be saying this multiple times tomorrow, so I might as well get started right away. It was a fun NFL season. So you know what? I definitely have my thoughts on the Super Bowl, but I'll get to that tomorrow. What else? Actually, you know what? I'm glad this week is when it is, if that makes sense. Because when I came up with my 2025 bucket list, the first thing I added to that list was something I actually was looking forward to this week. And by golly, I'm gonna get it done. You know, 1 week from today, you're gonna be seeing me in you know what? This is gonna be on camera. It's gonna be on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Tumblr and anywhere else you can find this on social media. But mark my words, 1 week from today, you're going to see one happy camper. You are. I'd rather not get into why yet, but I'll say this. Considering what happened this week, I need this week, I need from today to literally next Friday to be like gangbusters. You know, for those of you wondering, it's Valentine's Day on Friday, which again, I don't want to get into the details yet, but trust me, come 1 week from today, you're going to see a happy camper. So we're celebrating Valentine's Day this week. The Masked Singer's coming back on Wednesday already, which it's not even been 2 months. And we're already about to watch The Masked Singer again. That's insane. So, on the whole, I can't quite say I'm 100%. Like, here's the thing. If this is a football game right now, I would say the other team is beating me by like 10, and I scored 3. Like, again, I give myself the 3 points for my dad's birthday and seeing my family yesterday. So, you know what? Nowhere to go. We're only going to keep going up from here. So, yeah. I'm doing pretty well. All things considered. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I have a very homely video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy for the Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Oh, happy Saturday, folks. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend and I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.